Guys, at some point the Chiefs gotta lose. Like, what was that? Oh my god. And then we got a Thankful obviously to get to. That's gonna be the beginning of the highlights, obviously. And obviously you can't forget about how it happened on Sunday night, guys. That was wild. Probably the best game of the day. I mean, if you like ugly football. And the Jets suck, as we all know. Whatever though, here's your play of the day. Let's get this thing started.
Wilson hooks a pass, looking, end zone! George Pickens climbs the ladder for the touchdown! Wilson to Pickens is potent.
Watch Cordero Patterson and blitz pick up here. If he doesn't pick him up, Russell Wilson's under duress in the pocket. That allows Wilson.
Williams, pressure again, and 9 sacks.
He's got a wide open Camaro who drops the football. Mayfield evades, in trouble. Stiff arm, throws. Oh, how did he do it?
Here goes Samuel. Oh.
Youngway Koo for the tie. It's fading off the upright, no good. 24. Kick is up and it's up and through. It's good.
Third and long.
Wilson floats it way upstairs. Williams, he's got it. Touchdown.
The snap, Riley the hold, lets the kick to win it. Oh! Blocked! The Chiefs have won! The Chiefs have won!
And whoa, with that, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the NFL, of course. Please like and subscribe if you guys enjoy the NFL Week 10 recap. Obviously, we got to go through injuries again. It's the first week of the second half of the season. Again, some stuff to talk about for sure. Obviously, a lot of teams not playing this week. No, it's really only 4. That'll be in 2 weeks. There won't be many teams playing. Of course, I'll give you guys all you need to know from all these games. And yeah, here's the injuries though. Chris Braswell, again, the rookie for the Bucs. He's a rotational pass rusher. He strained an oblique. He could be back. Of course, they're on the bye week, so he should be okay. Yeah, Dante Jackson's questionable. He should be back. But again, he did leave early, so that was a little bit of an issue there. Outside of that, though, Tyron Smith left with a neck injury. Yeah, he doesn't look too great right now. Deontay, not the guy in the Panthers. No, he's on the Ravens now. Not that guy. The guy in the Giants. He could be back off the injury reserve. Tano Caspigan could be back off the Achilles. Nafai Sewell, ACL thing. Pete Warner, I think, broke his hand, if I'm not mistaken. Outside of that, though, keep going. I don't think much there. Christian Roseman we'll see if he plays this week. Probably not, though. Bigsby, ankle. Again, he injured that one. Again, it really didn't matter. But yeah, Kamari Lassiter, he's definitely a little bit messed up. If you didn't see, he went off the field with a towel over his head. Of course, concussion, you don't want to see that. So again, if you ever see the guy protecting his head, probably it's because of concussion. Whatever though, he might not be playing next week. Of course, on Monday Night Football. Marvin Ocean got injured. He was phenomenal though in that one. I got to give him props there. I probably forget about him because we get to the blowout later. But that's what I got there. Outside of that though, Tristan Wirfs might have strained his MCL, or I think he sprained his MCL. That's not great, but that isn't, again, a super duper insane injury there. Charvarius Ward questionable. The personnel here again, they're playing a little bit of a not really much of a day off, but still a full week there. Darius Slayton got concussed. I think it was last week. Cooley McKinstry injured his hamstring. We'll see if he can be back next week. Jamal Williams also injured his groin. Lucas Patrick ankle injury. Kyle Duggar again, he missed last week. Yeah, Aaron Jones didn't really play much. Again, he has a ribs injury. Outside that though, Juju again, he missed last week. That'll be a big one if he can play in Buffalo. Outside of that, though, Marshawn Lloyd, again, hasn't really played in a while. General soreness for Khalif Raymond. That's that's it. That's an injury, I'll tell you that. Zaire Smith, again, didn't play last week. After that, though, nothing too much just yet. Oh, yeah, Jaquan Brisker, concussion. We'll see if he can come back anytime soon. Of course, Jonathan Brooks, we'll see if he's back after a bye. I hope so. But with that said, that's really all I got for you guys with injuries. Nothing too in major. Again, yeah, Brendan Urban and J.D. Bertrand both got concussions. But outside of that, again, concussions were really like the biggest injuries today. Oh, wait, yeah, again, Jay, it was just, no, my bad. Keon Coleman, wrist injury. He's not playing week 11. I think they have a bye week 12. That actually kind of sucks for them because they're going to need him for that one. But that's all I got for you guys here. There were injuries. Now let's get to our Tank Bowl.
And a good Bavarian Sunday to one and all from Munich, Germany, site of the final international game. And he gets the toss. And he gets the edge. And he gets the sideline. And the move. And in tandem from the Giants 5. Young makes a move and flips it to the end zone. Touchdown. And Gano. Nope. Puts the no in Gano. Singletary with a flea flicker. Daniel Jones gets sacked by 2-yard loss on the run. Play fake. Ball in the air. Picked off. Carolina getting the interception. Tracy to his left. Stutter steps. Cuts back right. Tyrone Tracy. Touchdown. He has it. Hubbard. Touchdown. Well, Neighbors goes running off as the Giants go big. Jones still has it, and he takes it into the end zone. Jones flips it out quickly, and it is intercepted by Josie Jewell. He hands this one off, and there's a fumble. Ball is loose on the opening possession of overtime. An attempt to win it. Pinheiro kicks it through.
And in what was indeed a Tank Bowl with all those penalties, and John Hussey, I think that's who it was. Whatever, he called the penalty in German. That was not part of the intro. I mean, I kind of forgot about it, but whatever. The Panthers win their second straight game and now have more wins this season than they had all last year through 10 games. Of course, with a 2017 overtime win across the pond. Not really. They're in Munich. It's a little bit different, but yes, Germany indeed got what they deserved. Like it was the worst thing they've seen. I don't know. It was a close game though. Of course, the Giants are now 2-8 and warrant the worst record in the NFL. Of course, they are worst team in the NFL. We'll see that with power rankings on Wednesday, though. Of course, 5 straight losses for them. They're in their bye week. They'll probably somehow lose that, though. The way they do lose is by not benching Daniel Jones, because, I mean, if he gets injured, they're screwed. Panthers, yeah, you go into your bye week with some hope, which is much better than what you had before. Stats-wise, Daniel Jones was, like, really bad. 22 of 37, 190 yards, 2 interceptions. Both interceptions were his fault. I don't care what you said. The one off Jadeveon Clowney, I don't know what he was trying to do on that one. Just dirt it. And then the second one was a bad pass. I mean, yeah, Tyrone Tracy Jr., I think it was, or Devin Singletary. One of them didn't really play well on that one, but it was a bad pass in the first place. Daniel Jones is just, he's horrible. And yeah, you see it in this one. Again, when it came down to it, the receivers really didn't get open too much. I'll give him that at least. But yeah, he was bad under pressure. It was a complete mess. And they got to bench him. Tyrone Tracy Jr. was phenomenal. 103 yards, a touchdown. Again, I get he fumbled that ball at the end of the game, but he is basically the best player in this offense overall. I mean, again, outside of Malik Neighbors, but he's the most productive guy, at least right now, on the offense, and you do need him to get going. Devin Singletary, obviously, he was decent, I guess. Daniel Jones did have a rushing touchdown, though. Wanner Robinson, 551, he's like a running, like, CMC, like, you think of, like, a bad running back, like, a receiving back, like, bad stats for them. That's what Wanner Robinson's putting up in terms of those yards per catch there. Malik Neighbors, 6 for 50, he was a guess okay. Jalen Hyatt was not great, though. He could not get deep. He did make a couple plays, though. Theo Johnson, overall, I think was decent. Not great in terms of blocking, but he did make a couple catches. Isaiah Hodgins got out there, though, and the O-line overall was pretty bad. Defensively, though, Tyler Nubin, I guess, was okay. He made a couple tackles in the open field. Wasn't great overall in coverage, though. I think he definitely needs to check pre-snap a little bit better. Bobby Okereke was as usual there. Brian Burns had a sack. 9 tackles overall for him. He was very good against the run. Andrew Phillips is the best player in the secondary, in my opinion. Again, they got 2 rookies there. Deontay Banks was a little bit better this week. Outside of that, though, Cordell Flott was kind of a non-factor, and the interior of this D-line really didn't get too much going. Dexter Lawrence, honestly, probably one of his worst games of the year. Again, not used to saying that, but again, it wasn't like he was too bad, but again, just not what you're used to seeing there. Graham Young gonna also miss a field goal too, which again, kind of being a piece of crap there, missing that one. No, I'm joking. But Bryce Young, he wasn't horrible, didn't lose in the game. That's about it I got from him. I mean, he didn't really do anything after that first drive. Drew Bauer, the best game of his career with 150 yards and touchdown. I get he fumbled, but like, who cares? He had a crazy game, and he's probably the best player on this offense. Jalen Coker led him in receiving. Xavier Lee got a couple nice plays. Jamin Sanders caught the only touchdown for the receivers. Outside of that, though, yeah, not the greatest receiving room, obviously, right now. Overall, the O-line looked a lot better. Defensively, J.C. Horn 8 tackles. It's a nice sack from D.J. Wanham, as well as Ashawn Robinson. Again, I wouldn't say his was nice. It was just, I mean, kind of a blech sack, but he still got the quarterback, I guess. Xavier Woods had 8 tackles, and its interception was very good in that 2-eye looks. Josie Jewell also had an interception, 6 total tackles for him. Outside that, though, a lot of penalties by this, not just this defense, just overall, though. And when it came down to it, again, with 2 bad teams playing, kind of got expected. But again, one of the better games you'll see from them all year. Eddie Muir also had a 53-yarder, helping him win that one as well. Again, of course, at the game-winning kick as well. Both teams had over 300 yards, which I did not expect at all. 188 yards from rushing from the Panthers as a team, though. The Giants controlled the clock, but again, with 3 bad turnovers, it's kind of hard to win football games. And yeah, that they outgained them, they outplayed them in a lot of ways, but when it comes down to it, turnover the ball 3 times, including the game-losing turnover, it's kind of costs you in basically every game you play. But yeah, congrats to the Panthers getting your 3rd win of the season back-to-back, which I'd never expected. But hey, good win. You get to host the Chiefs, so maybe something crazy happens there. But that's all I got for you guys here. Let's get to our next game.
Moments ago, Josh Allen in the Buffalo locker room getting set to lead the Bills. The air, and he's picked off. Aaron Johnson. Johnson on the return. Johnson at the 10. Johnson at the 5. Takes it in. Play action. Pressure's coming. Flacco gets rid of it, and it's picked off. Austin Johnson again. Quarter, 2nd down at 8. It's Taylor trying the right side. Nelson strikes it free. Big block by Quentin Nelson. And there goes Taylor. Allen to Samuel. Incomplete. Play fake. Flacco rolling, looking for Goodson. He's got it. Touchdown. Play action. Allen looking deep. Now fires, and it's picked off. EJ Speed. Speed with... On 2nd and 9. Allen looking deep for Dawson. Knox. He's got it. What a grab over the shoulder. Allen keeps it himself right up the middle. Josh Allen at the 5. Takes it in. Touchdown. Latu coming. Allen steps up. Latu still chasing him. Allen high-stepping over defenders. Looking for Hollins. He's got him. Hollins out of bounds. Should have gone to DeMar Hamlin. Flacco lost the football. Had it knocked away, and the Bills have it. Going on 1st down, and it's picked up. Kenny Moore. Nobody touched him, now Samuel does. What a play by Kenny Moore. Another pass for Flacco. Stepping up, he's got Pierce, and it's picked off by Rapp. The throw was too high. 7 yards at the half. 2nd and goal, here's Cook. Nobody there, and he jumps into the end zone. Against Denver, still undefeated. 2nd and 5. Flacco back to the end zone. Pierce goes up and gets it for the touchdown. What a grab by Alec Pierce.
And the Bills do not fall into the trap as they knock off the Colts 30-20 in what was, I mean, basically a blowout. I mean, the Colts obviously with that cosmetic crazy touchdown, though, or a really great catch by Alec Pierce to end that, but again, it was still a cosmetic touchdown. And yeah, the Bills take care of business. I thought at one point it was going to, turn the other way. Of course, with the Colts, I think we're up there 13-10 at one point, but that was not the case. Oh yeah, they weren't up at the half. Whatever though. Bills now have won 5 in a row. 8-2 is the best mark they've ever had with Josh Allen at their starting quarterback. I don't even know when was the last time they were 8-2. Last time the Bills. 1993. Holy crap. That's, of course, the 3rd of the 4th, or yeah, I think so, the 4th Super Bowl. So, it's been a minute. So, I mean, if you're suggesting that, then obviously they're going to the Super Bowl. But, of course, we'll see if they can do that. Of course, not now, but, I mean, in a couple months. They're playing the Chiefs, though, next week. So, yeah, I was kind of going nonchalant with that. Not really, though. I hope they blow them out. That's honestly how again, I really hope they blow them out. But of course we're getting the Chiefs game next, so again we'll get more into that in a second. Colts on the other hand, they fall to 4-6. They're playing who the heck are they playing next week? They're playing on no, they're not playing then. I don't even know who the heck are they playing next week. I'm going slow. No, they're not playing the. Oh, they're playing the Jets next week. That game will be ugly. But hey, Joe Flacco versus Aaron Rodgers, that should be fun. Either way, though, Josh Allen was not great overall. Again, he got it done, 22 of 37 for 280. The 2 picks were not nice, though. That's all I'll say. Again, it was basically Daniel Jones because the exact same stat line there, but again, a lot more. I guess you could call it efficient, but I will say he definitely was a little bit all over the place. The second interception especially. James Cook though 19 for 80 and the touchdown. He was good overall. Of course, Josh Allen also had a rushing touchdown. His 57th career, now tied for second all time in Bills history, which is pretty crazy. Ray Davis, I guess, was not great. Matt Collins 4 for 86, of course, the big catch before the hat. Oh, yeah, Khalil Shakir was also in there. Dawson Knox, 2 for 40, though. Led all tight ends. Of course, he had a nice play as well. For this defense, honestly, I don't really care how they played because, I mean, it really just matters next week. Oh, no, they were great. Jordan Williams had 9 tackles, 7 tackles. Of course, a big interception from Taylor Rapp. Christian Medford also had 5 tackles as well as 9 from Terrell Bernard. Teron Johnson had a sack, 3 tackles as well as an interception. Of course, that pick was also a pick 6 to open up the game. Greg Rousseau also had 4 tackles and sack. They got a lot of pressure, I'll give them that, especially in the interior. Got a lot of penetration there. And obviously, the edge rushers did their job as well. Austin Johnson had an interception. 3 field goals from Tyler Bass. Again, he's looked really good the past 2 weeks. For the Colts, Joe Flacco, kind of like a typical kind of game I guess you'd expect from him. Again, what we saw for the Browns last week. 270 yards, 2 touchdowns, of course. 3 interceptions were not pretty, but, I mean, you get worse than him, I guess, there. Jonathan Taylor ran the ball down the Bills' throat for most of the game. Again, still hasn't really been the most effective, though. 4 catches, 81 yards, and a touchdown, though, for Alec Pierce. A touchdown from Tyler Goodson as well. So overall, again, offensively, they did their jobs. I guess. I don't know. It was a lot of cosmetics there. Defensively, yeah, they suck. Yeah, there we go. Matt Gay had a couple field goals, and then for the team stats, I mean, yeah, the Bills had 450 yards of offense. Kind of business as usual there. Again, 4 turnovers by the Colts really bit them in the foot there. Again, third down efficiency for the Bills was also a big vocal point for them. But again, they're really looking back to next week. Again, this is kind of game you'll probably forget towards the end of the year. But hey, good solid win by the Colts. That's what you're seeing there. That's all I got for you guys here. And with that said, let's get to the big game that everyone's talking about. I guess here it is.
From the Len Dawson broadcast booth at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, CBS Sports presents the National Football League. Next to the air, McGlinchey with the block, Troutman with the catch, blocked by Sutton, there he goes! Nix bowls a block, caught! Touchdown! Finley, 3rd and 1. Nix, deep, he's got his receiver, touchdown! Sutton, they beat McDuffie! Mahomes, caught for the touchdown! There it is! The all-time Chiefs leading touchdown receiver! And he's short! And it's returned by Hardman. They chip, Benito, got him! Oh, the slippery Mahomes found the escape hatch! And he finds his receiver! He ran, McMillan! Rookie Bo Nix, here they come, Bolton! Got him! What a play! He's kicked 2 field goals. 28-36, and this one gives him the advantage to win it.
Hell no!
Blocked! The Chiefs have won! The Chiefs have won!
This pisses me off, guys. No, actually, this can't actually keep happening. But it happened, and you gotta kind of just like accept it because you can't do nothing about it. But the Chiefs obviously escape. That's saying it lightly against the Denver Broncos, of course, their division rival, winning this one 16-14. They have only scored 2 touchdowns against the Broncos in the past 3 games they played against them, which is pretty bad. But it doesn't matter because they're 9-0 now. They have not lost since Christmas, and they clinched a winning record for another time under Patrick Mahomes. Of course, he has never had a losing record as a Chiefs starting quarterback, as well as the fact that they're now the first team since the Steelers and COVID. But of course, they're a much better team than that they were. Of course, starting out 9-0, first team to do that since them. And before that, I think it was like the Panthers when they went 15-1 that year. But yeah, the 9-0 is a very not many teams start out with 9-0. I mean, I'd probably say there's probably been 20 odd, maybe not even that many teams that have been 9-0, more like probably 15. But yeah, the Chiefs are now have that record. But they will probably, I hope they get their butts spanked against the Bills next week. Again, that game's going to be the big game of the year. I would be shocked if there's ever a game like the rest of you that has that same anticipation. But outside of that, for the Chiefs, if they're able to somehow escape Buffalo, they're definitely on their way to having a chance going undefeated. Considering, unless again the barring Raiders, holiday, or because they're playing on for Black Friday, holiday miracle there's a good chance that the Chiefs are going to win those next 4 games before they got Houston at home and they got Steelers on the road. That game will be on Christmas before, of course, their Week 18 game. So. It is possible to go undefeated, even though, again, it's insane if they do. Broncos are, of course, fell to 5-5 again. Silver lining for them, obviously, this season. At least you don't suck. Nah, obviously. They got this game robbed from them. I mean, there's no way around it. They perfect situation. You couldn't do anything but different in this one. Their defense is elite. I mean, they're really, really good. But again, offensively, there were some kinks overall. But again, Bo Nix had one of the better games of his season, obviously. Again, they fall to 5-5, though. They got the Falcons, again, a team they could absolutely beat at home next week. Let's see if they can bounce back. Bo Nix, though, 22 of 30, 215, 2 touchdowns. I think it's pretty safe to say that he's been the best, again, performance-wise, has been the best quarterback for the Broncos since, honestly, in the last 10 years. Again, the last quarterback after that being Peyton Manning back in 2014 before they won the Super Bowl. But yeah, Bo Nix was pretty good overall in this one. You can't really complain on how he played. Of course, a really beautiful 32-yard touchdown. Colin Sun there on that 3rd and 1, as well as that other touchdown on those to Devon Vele, I think that's his name. Yeah, but overall, Bo Nix played, again, as good as he probably could have, overall, considering how good that Chiefs defense is. Ulrich Estime, not very efficient, but he did a decent job. Again, when Marvin Mims Jr. is your second-leading rusher, I mean, Javonte Williams got injured. It wasn't a very good running game overall, and the O-line also was challenged big time in this one. Cortland Sutton was overall pretty solid. Devon Vela, I like to see him get open a little bit better, but again, he had a nice touchdown, obviously. Adam Trautman, of course, a 34-yard catch to set them up there as well. Overall, though, offensively, again, they did struggle overall. Again, when it came down to it, again, that's just kind of how the statistics tell you that. But on film, I liked a lot what I saw there. Bo Nix, again, had a really good game. Defensively, Brandon Jones was very good against the run, really helped support there. Pat Surtain was locked down. Riley Mawson, well, again, didn't get burned, which was good. Jonathan Cooper, he was okay. I just think he got way too many pass rush snaps, wasn't very efficient, but again, still got that sack. Nick Bino was good, blew a couple plays up. John Franklin Myers, one of the better games you'll see out of him in a while. Of course, he had a sack, though. Zach Allen also had a sack. Overall, for the defense, though, I mean, you can't really complain how they played. I mean, they did almost everything well. Right. Well, I mean, the first missed field goal, I kind of think it was pretty bad, but I mean, there's worse. And I have a second one, I can't really do anything about that one. For the Chiefs, Mahomes wasn't bad. I don't think he was anything crazy. Just kind of one of those other games. 20-42, 266, and to touchdown. Obviously, on that 4th down, Travis Kelce, he is now the all-time leading touchdown getter for the Chiefs in their history. Kareem Hunt leading them in receiving now, as well as leading them in rushing, is not a good sign there. I really hope they get Isaiah Pacheco back at some point. Now that Kareem Hunt sucks, I mean, he kind of does suck, but yeah, it's not great. DeAndre Hopkins kind of had a bad game. He got locked up by Pat Surtain. Usually, that's what happens when, again, you have a really fast and athletic young corner on a guy like J. Hop to, again, just doesn't have the same speed he used to have to be able to separate there. Najee Johnson was a beast at 10 tackles and a sack. Trent McDuffie, I guess we say okay. Of course, he got burned on that one play, but outside of that, he was pretty much perfect. Nick Bowen, 6 tackles and a sack. Mike Dana had to play the game, of course, with a block kick. Outside of that, though, I don't think this defense had one of their better games per se, but they still played really well considering they gave under 300 yards of offense. For this third straight week, of course, now 5 of the last 6 straight weeks, that's been a reality for them. Again, in a good way. Buck Rip, 3 field goals. For the team stats, again, like I said, the Broncos only had 260 yards of offense. Neither team really ran the ball even okay. Chiefs still had 300, though. They were okay on 3rd down overall, though. And also controlled the clock pretty well. But again, taking 4 sacks, again, the Chiefs all-line didn't have one of their better games by any means. But again, Mike Dana saved the Chiefs, and I mean, they're undefeated going into Buffalo next week, which is really all, again, as a Chiefs fan, as crazy as this game was, is really all you were looking for. That's all I got for you guys in that one. Now let's get to, I don't even know what to call these. These next 2 games were horrible. Short highlights, probably going to be short explanation from me, too.
And Soldier Field in Chicago is ready as the Chicago Bears are back home to take on the New England Patriots. Caleb Williams is perfect at home.
Henry in motion on 1st down, off the play fake. Mays setting up. He'll check it down, and it's intercepted. T.J. Edwards within 4. Pressure coming. Williams steps up, able to run free, diving forward. High snap pulled down, and Santos. Play fake. May has a man open. It's a touchdown for Jalen Polt. We're going to be 8-2. Here's Williams in trouble, and down he goes for the 8th time today.
Bears, what was that? I mean, this game sucked. I gotta say that first things first. Not much went on in this one. Patriots, though, they had the best defensive performance we've seen from them in a couple of years, honestly. Of course, they moved to 3-7 now with that bounce back win, I guess. They were in Tennessee or Nashville last week, got that loss. But they win this one again in a defensive slugfest, 19-3. They've got a game next week. I don't know who they're playing. Oh, they're playing the Rams, so that'll be interesting. Bears, they need to fire Matt Eberflus, now 4-5. They're bad. Like, they're really bad right now, guys. Like, that's just the best way to put it. They're going to be blown up by the Packers here as well next week. That game's not going to be fun for you guys. Unless you do, of course, fire Matt Eberflus and admit the fact that, yeah, you don't want this to be the same way it was again with the past two quarterbacks. Drake May was good, I guess. 15-25, 184 touchdown interception. Didn't have to do too much. The interception was really bad, but I'm going to excuse him there. Stevenson wasn't exactly efficient, but they at least ran the ball, which is definitely a lot better from the past couple weeks. Again, kind of garbage time yardage as well in a lot of ways. Yeah, the Bears obviously didn't do much scoring in this one. Austin Hooper was their leading receiver. I don't really care what anyone else did. Again, touchdown from Galen Polk, though. Jelani Tavai was a beast. He was very good against the run, 8 tackles and a sack. Jeremiah Farms Jr., I forgot he existed, but he did have a sack. Aaron Frank Jenkins also had 2 sacks. I'll tell you what, Jerron Mel dialed up a lot of good blitzes, and this defense overall played very well. Gigi Guice Jr., of course, was at the center of that with those 2 really good sacks. Again, they combined for 9 in total, guys. When it came down to it, pound for pound, these guys were just straight up winning up front, as well as the fact that, again, they did have a lot of time because the quarterback, there's no way around that as well. But again, Christian Gonzalez, great play, job man coverage overall in this one. Marco Wilson was also one of the better games to see out of him in his career. Outside that, though, I mean, they did, linebackers played a very conservative game overall, and it really helped them in this one as well. Again, considering Jelani Tavai was able to make a lot of big tackles as well. This defense overall just had a great recipe for success, and it worked out big time for them. Joey Sliding missed field goal, went 4-4, and those short ones are shorties, I guess you could call them. Caleb Williams, terrible timing, just did not go through his progressions really at all, and even when he did go through them, the timing was all off. He has to get better with that overall. That's the best thing I got for you guys with him. Also missed a couple of passes. Overall, though, yeah, you can't really blame it on Caleb. I mean, again, I'd say 2 of those sacks were really on him. All the other ones, though, it had no chance. Guys unblocked, guys completely whiffing on blocks, guys just not being able to sustain blocks. It was a mess. DeAndre Swift struggled as well, but again, I don't really think it was completely his fault either. Didn't have really any penetration at all from that O-line. Receiving wise, no one really got open. I'll say Keenan Allen maybe got open twice, and even then, you only got the ball once. And I don't even think it was a good throw either. It was really bad from these receivers overall. They weren't running good routes. Caleb wasn't on time with them. It's a complete mess there. Defensively, it was kind of just like a whatever game for them, honestly. I mean, they were physical. They were good against the run overall. I mean, they got some yardage, but they were good overall. But when it came down to it, though, again, you got to force a turnover to make some stuff happen. I mean, TJ Edwards had that one. I mean, considering how bad this offense was, again, a game like that, that's really all I got for you guys. You got to be a little bit more playmaking. Because considering, again, how they needed to play, they just weren't able to play up to it. And again, overall, just not great overall. Again, I don't think this defense was terrible, but, again, when your offense is 142 yards of overall offense, you're kind of not expected to do anything. So, overall, it wasn't, again, the worst game by this Bears defense, but, again, it could have been better. 144 yards for the Patriots was, I guess, okay. They, again, outgained by 3 plays, considering the Bears' offense, again, was putrid. 142 yards for total offense and more rushing yards than passing yards, which is not a good thing in this scenario. 2.4 yards per play, and, of course, yeah, 9 sacks taken. With that said, that's all I really got for you guys in this one. It was really bad. My takeaway for the Bears, fire Matt Eberflus Patriots. I mean, good one, I guess. That's all I got for you guys here. Yeah, now let's get to an even unclear game.
Halfway through his first season in Minnesota, Sam Darnold has found new life as Vikings quarterback. And on the other side, without Trevor Lawrence, the former first-round pick and Jacksonville native Mac Jones has...
Yeah. They will. They'll get it this time. And Mac Jones, the hometown kid, puts Jacksonville in front. It's where the first Minnesota drive stalled, right around the 30. Darnold on the slant, off of Jefferson's hands, and Foya Shane Oluwakin. Darnold, time, plenty of it. End zone shot, and another end zone interception for Sam Darnold. Darnold's open for a one-on-one somewhere. He's throwing to the end zone, and he's picked again. This time it's Darnell Savage. Fell field goal attempt, this one for the lead, and it just snuck it in.
Vikings offense 379.
Oh boy, Mac Jones, fumbled snap. Wanted to go deep. Oh, he underthrew that ball, and that was right into the waiting arms of Byron Murphy. Extra man. This man is a Viking. It is picked up by Bynum.
This game was bad, guys. Like, there's a lot of, like, I have some key points, but yeah, this game was really, really bad, guys. Of course, the Vikings do move to 7-2 anyway, though. I mean, they went back-to-back games again after losing 2 in a row after that 5-0 start. And it probably won't change the next 2 weeks because, again, they got the Bears on the road in 2 weeks, and they got the Titans on the road next week. I mean, maybe that game will be competitive, but the Vikings obviously are, they're going to win games, guys. They're going to be, like, honestly, like a better version of the Falcons. I think they're at least, they're a team that I think could win a playoff game, but, like, guys, like, the Vikings, they're going to have an easy, like, again, probably a pretty good record. When you say, I don't know, like maybe like 11-6, what happens here? Uh-oh. That's great. Whatever, though, like I was saying, yeah, they'll probably have a good record at the end of the season, like 11-6, maybe even 12-5. But, guys, when it comes down to it, again, they're just not that great of a team. But, again, they got the W, and that's really all that mattered. Jags suck. They're now 2-8. Again, Trevor Lawrence, they obviously need there. They're going to get blown out in Detroit next week, too. Sam Darnold was not good at 3 interceptions, all within the Jags' 30-yard line. That's just not going to really win you many games. Outside of that, though, I mean, he made a couple big throws, but, again, that's going to lose him a lot more games than win them. Cam Akers was not efficient, but he, I guess, was okay. Of course, Aaron Jones left early with an injury, but, again, he was, I mean, not early, but in the middle of the game with an injury, and overall, he was really good. Sam Darnold also took off a couple times. T.J. Hockenson led for 8 and 72, of course, in basically his return. That's probably going to be a touchdown. Yeah, it is. Josh Allen 4 for 52. What is it called? Yeah, Justin Jefferson also 5 for 48. But like I said, where's my points? I have like all these all scattered. Did I make any? Oh yeah. We'll get to that in a second. But either way, when it comes down to it, their offense just overall was not good in the red zone at all. Again, they didn't score a touchdown in this one. And again, against any other team, they would have lost this one. For the defense, though, they were great. Got a lot of pressure. 2 picks, of course, one by Byron Murphy Jr. and also by Cam Bynum. I think that's now the 3rd straight game Byron Murphy Jr. has an interception, which is pretty cool there. John Parker Romo, again, crazy name, but also went 4 for 4 on field goals. For the Jags, Mac Jones was really bad. Lost a fumble, threw an arm punt to end the game. Also, another really bad interception. He's just not a starting caliber quarterback, guys. The running game was non-existent. Mac Jones, obviously, the only touchdown on this one as well. Yeah, who cares about the receiving? Defensively, though, they played their butts off. 16 tackles from Devin Lloyd. Probably should have got traded at the deadline. Foyesay Lukong, obviously, an interception towards the beginning of the game. Also had 11 tackles. Ventrell Miller had an interception as well. No, not Ventrell Miller. My bad. That was, what is it called? Darnell Savage. He actually was pretty good in this one. Monteri Brown also had an interception. Cam Little didn't have to do too much either. But the big things I want to talk about here is the fact that, again, the Vikings had over 400 total yards as well to the Vikings Jags to 143. Nearly double them in yards per play. Not really, but yeah. Had 169 to the Jags 156 rushing yards, as well as having, 42 minutes and 19 seconds of possession, which, of course, if you didn't know, was the most of game control in the entire NFL this season. Had plays 82 to 43. It came down to it. The Vikings should have won this game by 30 points. It should not have come down to that last drive. 3 turnover ratio as well. Again, it was just a super sloppy game. Not much good football played in this one, really, at all. In this one, at all, guys. Again, the Vikings fans should be happy you won this one, but guys, like it was so bad. That's all I got for you guys here. Now let's get to a pretty big upset overall.
From New Orleans, here come the Atlanta Falcons, one of the hottest teams in the NFL, and a new man in charge for the Saints as Darren Rizzi takes over for Dennis Allen. Get away this week on 3rd and long to the sideline. Drake London, one hand juggled and pulled it in. Once against these Falcons back in September out of this look. Here it comes, left side, lowers the shoulder, not gonna get there. Gilbert. Younghoe Koo, who was the man when these teams met up in September, hitting 4 field goals. Different city, different month, different story. Back when he had the 5 touchdowns. On 3rd down here, Carr steps up, looking long, heaving one. Valdez-Scantling, touchdown! Robinson, left side, and the 4th time's the charm. Play action. Carr, deep ball, MVS again! It's another connection! A guy named the Manitoba Baller unblocked. Exactly. 3rd and goal, going to look to throw forward. Back to the end zone, and there he is again! Oh boy, that's not pretty, and it's no good! Advantage there on Taylor, and a big play to keep this drive going. Now it's Bijan Robinson, hits the hole, stays on his feet, speeds down the sideline to the end zone. Younghoe Koo for the tie. It's fading off the upright, no good. 4 for 4 against the Saints.
Saints start using timeouts to extend the game.
Cousins, tight window, picked off. Tyrann Mathieu.
trust Derek Carr to make a good decision through the air.
He's going to throw. He's got a wide open Camara who dropped the football. Got to get a first down to have a shot.
He's got to get out of bounds.
McLeod, he's not going to get it. And the Saints will snap the skid.
And the Saints pull off the upset as they knock off the Falcons 20-17, obviously, in their first game with intern head coach Ryan Rizzi. I think that's right. Whatever, though. Of course, snap their NFL long 7-game losing streak as they now move to 3-7 and are going to win the Super Bowl. Yeah, no, I'm joking. But still, they get the W, and they're playing the Browns next week at home, so maybe they win that one. The Falcons fall to 6-4. They see their, 2-game winning streak, something like that, come to the end. They're still basically 3 games up in the division, though, because we'll get to the Bucs. We'll see why they couldn't take advantage of this opportunity. But the Falcons are playing the Broncos next week. They're gonna have to play a pretty good game, in my opinion, to really have be able to win, really be able to win that one. Outside that, though, I think their frauds are probably gonna still win the division, though, and get a home playoff game because obviously the Bucs are 3 games back. But again, we saw the same thing with the Dolphins and the Bills last year, and of course that didn't change. But again, Falcons are in a pretty good spot in the division anyway. But again, it's still like, oh my God, they're just not very good at all. But they didn't look great in this one. Kirk Cousins overall wasn't the problem, though. I mean, the interception wasn't good, but outside of that, he did a good job. Running game was also good. 2 touchdowns from Bijan Robinson. Again, they weren't really getting the red zone, though. I think that's actually a big part of the reason they lost this one. Drake London was getting open a lot. Don Mooney should have caught a touchdown, but 596 there. Kyle Pitts didn't really do too much. Overall, though, this offense, when it came down to the O-line, I don't think did a great job penetrating in the red zone. Also, these receivers really struggled to separate in the red zone as well. Not Drake London, but again, other guys Ray McLeod, again, he had some targets he should not have gotten. But still, offensively, struggled in the red zone. After that, though, there's really no other reason they should have lost this one. I mean, again, they missed 3 field goals. Obviously, Young Hoku there. That's honestly probably the real reason they lost. But again, you can't blame this too much on your kicker with the fact, again, you guys probably should have gotten the end zone a couple times. Nate Landman was good, 8 tackles. I mean, Clark Phillips did his normal stuff. Overall, though, no one really stepped up in terms of, again, they don't get any pressure, we know that. But in the secondary, no one really was super aggressive, and honestly, I think was actually a better move there. But again, some of their zone looks got exposed because of that. Obviously, Derek Carr had all the time in the world. It's part of the reason this defense gave up 20 points. They would have given, honestly, a lot less if they were a little bit more active there. Speaking of that, Derek Carr really didn't get blitzed much, which I was pretty surprised by. Again, he gave him time to kind of pick apart that defense. Obviously, 269 yards, 2 touchdowns. Probably the best game, again, we've seen it from him since week 2. Again, he hasn't really played much, though. Alvin Kamara wasn't the most productive in this one, but again, still 554 receiving and 55 rushing yards. Decent in terms of fantasy. Marcus Valdes-Scantling obviously came out of nowhere with that 40-plus yard touchdown and then the 66-yard bomb of a catch, as well as the other touchdown. So, came out of nowhere, but made a couple plays. Obviously, was the difference in this one there. O-line also played pretty well overall. Defensively, Alliance Taylor, 9 tackles. He was very good in the slot. Outside of that, though, Tyrann Mathieu had a big interception. Sack from Peyton Turney and Cam Jordan. Again, we haven't seen much of that this year. Chase Young also had a sack. Again, this pass rush came alive, which is, again, something we're not really used to seeing. Outside of that, though, I think they got a little bit lucky at times as well. But overall, one of the better games we've seen from them all year. Obviously, big bounce back for them as well. Stats-wise, again, the Falcons had over 465 yards of offense. They should have been able to win it with that. Again, yards play, though, again, Saints were a lot more efficient overall. Again, the Falcons also controlled time of possession. But again, Saints got those touchdowns. Falcons didn't. Obviously, the 3 missed field goals by Young Hoku were there for instance one. I don't think the Falcons are a very good team, but again, they're 6-4, so again, they're around, obviously. And then I said with the Saints, I mean, congrats on snapping that 7-game losing streak, but still got a long way to go. Now let's get to another crazy game.
November Sunday for the NFL on Fox, week number 10. It's a good one in the NFC. The San Francisco 49ers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and we say welcome.
Started to feel like pieces coming together. Here's Purdy looking to rip it. Oh, good catch and throws. Pearsall. Ricky Pearsall trying to feed his man in the end zone, and he is in. 9-yard try for Jake Moody. Kick is pulled. It's
On with the offensive line, and now you're down your best guy.
fair catch. Ball is loose on the ground, and the Bucs have it. Sets up the screen. White, good catch in traffic. And a move. White in. Touchdown, Tampa. Little pitch. Irving sprinting through. Makes the cut. He's in. Touchdown. This kick is yanked again. He's missed a 49-yarder and a 50-yarder. 1st and 10. Purdy. Backpedal, throws. Has McCaffrey. Throw beautifully. Makes the catch. Can't find anyone. Sets his feet. Throwing end zone for Kittle. Oh, he come down. He did. There's Purdy. Straight drop back. And little jump throw and a catch by Samuel. Spin around. Breaking tackles. Deebo Samuel. Kick is up, and he pushed that one. He's in trouble. Stiff arm, throws. Oh, it's caught! How did he do it? It's a first down. Kick is up, and it is up and through. It's good.
And the Niners are going to be flying out of Tampa with a win, I guess. I mean, they knock off the Niners 23-20, obviously, with that 41-second uber-efficient game-winning drive that, of course, ended there. They moved to 5-4 now with their back-to-back wins. Of course, first time they've been able to do that this year. They have a good chance of winning next week as well, playing Seattle. But, I mean, guys, like, overall, like, it wasn't a great game. I got some notes on it. I got to get to it. Where is it? Yeah. And then for the Bucs, again, I get Mike Evans' injury, which, again, is a big hamper there. But they should honestly be 6-4 right now. Again. Ooh. Yeah, again, they should be 6-4 right now. Again, when it comes down to it, again, I get they've lost 4 in a row. Again, they lost 4 in a row last year. Again, you can't, like, be, again, too concerned yet. But, guys, the Bucs, again, they were, again, a very winnable game for them. They were able to win this one going into the bye week at 5-5. The fact they're only, again, technically 2 games back to the Falcons. I think they really had a shot going to the, again, winning the division at that point. Because I think they're a better team than the Falcons. But, again, considering they're now, again, still 3 games back, it's going to be tough for them to do that and, again, make up that ground. But, and we have seen crazier things happen for them. But again, they missed this opportunity, and again, if they continue to do this, they're not going to be doing anything this year, and they're going to be sitting at home in, January. Brock Purdy was good overall, 25-36, 353, 2 touchdowns. Statistically was really good. CMC, not very impactful in the run game in his return. Again, Fantasy was pretty pissed off. They didn't really do anything as getting in the end zone, but again, overall still was pretty solid. Again, in terms of receiving, 6 for 68. Juwan Jennings-Lamb with 7 for 93. Obviously, Ricky Pearsall, congrats to him getting his first career touchdown, that 46-yarder. Also had a big catch in the game-winning drive. George Kittle made a really nice play. Of course, you saw that crazy touchdown. After that, though, offensively, O-line played pretty decent, I guess. Overall, pretty good game. All right. And then for this defense, Fred Warner had 9 tackles. He led them, obviously, there. Nick Bosa had a cool sack. He should have had a lot more sacks. But, of course, Baker Mayfield said, not going to happen. Malik Collins had a sack from the interior. Overall, this defense, I think, was a little bit undisciplined overall. But, again, when it came down to it, they got it done. Ronaldo Green had one of his better games. Of course, the rookie there as well. And then Jake Moody obviously missing the 3 field goals. Made this game way closer than it should have been in a lot of ways. But still, again, he gave the Bucs the opportunity. They did not get it done. Baker, only 116 yards. I didn't realize he only had that many yards. But still, had a touchdown. Running game overall, I really like what I saw. Again, touchdown from Bucky Irving. Yeah, Rashad White's not very efficient right now, but, like, who cares? They should have won this game overall, though. Rashad White led him receiving him with a touchdown. Again, K-Don kind of had a down game overall, but again, with Fred Warner covering him, kind of made sense. Again, I didn't realize they didn't have that many yards. Again, suggesting that I should have won this one by a lot more. Defensively, they were all over the place. All these guys were flying around, very motivated overall. They won a lot up front. Both Antonio Jr. and Jordan Whitehead were basically bona fide box safeties. That's why they gave a couple big plays. Outside of that, though, I mean, you can't really complain on how they played. Outside of maybe a couple plays where they didn't really get pressure very quickly, I mean, they did a great job. But again, obviously getting 3 missed field goals. It wasn't, again, a perfect game. But again, I think they did a good job overall. Chase McLaughlin also 2 field goals. For the team stats, though, the Niners outgained it by a good bit. Not in the running game, though. And yeah, time possession was pretty close. It was neck and neck overall, though. Again, Niners should have won this one, but they did, obviously. But again, by a lot more. They've obviously got Seattle next week. Bucs into their bye week, of course, with a lot to think about. But yeah, they missed the opportunity. Now let's get to the most anticipated game of the day. And oh boy, it ended crazy.
Joining you today live from Landover, Maryland. Pittsburgh and Washington go. Wilson hooks a pass, looking, end zone! George Pickens climbs the ladder for the touchdown! So it's Waitman, no, a fake. Dropped on the sideline! Pitch it. Touchdown! Zacchaeus moves forward, they crowd him, and he loses the ball! Pops free, the Steelers were there! Jalen Warren in the backfield. Just get the snap off. Lacing it to Freiermuth for the touchdown! Daniels making sure everybody's on the same page. 1st and goal from the 1. On a give, Eckler takes it in, touchdown! Daniels throwing on 1st down, and Terry McLaurin breaks away! Foot race, McLaurin will get caught! McNichols is in there. Give it to him. Easy touchdown. Shy of the 1. Handoff. Harris walks it in for the touchdown. Impressive answer from the gun. Wilson flushed out. Wilson on the move. Squares his body. Throws the deep ball. Pickens is not there. Washington has it at the 26. Daniels puts it high in the air. Over the shoulder. McLaurin. Rate 11 of 24. Wilson delivers it downfield, and it's hauled in by Pickens. Again, Warren slashing. Warren. He tried to keep those legs churning to take it. 3rd and long. Wilson floats it way upstairs. Williams, he's got it. Touchdown. Mike Williams. 11 of 11. Daniels on 4th and 9. Delivers it. Wow, It's really close.
I think he's going to get it.
And there is a jump. Washington played into their hands.
You've been on my mind. And the Steelers continue their impressive run. Of course, they've now won 4 in a row with a big-time road win over the Commanders, 28-27. Obviously, the veteran Russell Wilson is now 3-0 as a Steelers starter, and they head into a dandy of a matchup next week at home, of course, hosting the Ravens in what will be a battle for first place in the division. And obviously, could suggest who wins the division when it's all said and done. Obviously, though, Commanders had a lot of opportunities to win this one. Kind of a young team, kind of a team emerging type of game for them. Kind of like showed you again what type of team they are. But still, they're 7-3 now. They got a big game, obviously on a short week. That's going to really tell us how good they are. But still, bro, it was still like whatever. But still, if you're a Commanders fan, obviously the ending will really suck. But hey, it was a tough one. It's okay. You still had, again, big game on Thursday. Yeah, for Russell Wilson, wasn't very efficient. I mean, the interception wasn't great, but 195 yards, 3 touchdowns. Again, overall got it done. Jalen Warren was pretty efficient. Najee Harris, not so much, but he did get in the end zone. George Pickens, 5 for 91, also had a touchdown. Mike Williams also, of course, had the game go-ahead touchdown, which, again, was obviously the game winner. Pat Frymouth also had a touchdown. Again, in terms of notes, oh, yeah, we'll get that in a second. We'll get to the Steelers at the end as well. Defensively, again, same old really overall. 3 sacks, again, 1 from Preston Smith, and as well as 2 from Cam Hayward. I will say they did do a decent job on TJ Watt, though. Again, like, gets hats off to him there. But, again, on the O-line. But overall, got some decent pressure. Disrupted Jane Daniels a pretty good bit. For the Commanders, though, Jane Daniels, again, only 50% completion percentage. Again, receivers got the couple passes as well as the fact, again, I think he was out of rhythm for most of this game. It's kind of hard to get into a rhythm, again, when you're forced out of it for a lot of it. Austin Eckler had 2 touchdowns. Jeremy Nichols also had a touchdown for sharking Terry McLaurin on that one crazy play. Again, he was basically the entire drive in that one, and of course, in the Jeremy Nichols touchdown. He sharked him on that one. No, nothing else to say there. Noah Brown was second lead receiver. Not great overall outside of that, though. Of course, Zach Ertz stopped short on that 4th down there. Controversial play, but again, when it came down to it, he was short. Jeremy Chin, 12 tackles, also had an interception. 2 sacks from Dante Flower. He seems to be their #1 guy right now. Frankie Louisville also had a sack. Outside of that, though, no one really stepped up on this defense. Of course, Jerson Newman, top rookie play there, bro. Brush it off. You got it next week, obviously, on the offside play there. But, like, whatever. It's one play. You got this. After that, though, Zane Gonzalez also had 2 field goals, stepped up pretty big for them there. Team stats-wise, again, neither team, it was more of a defensive game overall in terms of yardage-wise. Both teams at least had 1 turnover. Again, it was a very even game in terms of that. But again, possession went to the Steelers, considering they were 7 of 16 on 3rd down, and a lot of big situations there. And honestly, the biggest takeaway after this game as a whole, the Steelers team seems different. Then of course they're off to the best start since they started 11-0. Other than that, 11-0 Steelers team back of course then. Because yes, they are winning close games, but I think it's a little bit more sustainable because I think this offense is a lot more. Again, diverse, not really one-dimensional like it was that year. As well as the fact that I think this defense actually has some lasting power. I won't say power. Lasting dominance there, I guess you could say there. But yeah, great one by the Steelers. Commanders fans, brush it off. It's 1 game. You got a big one next week. Again, either way, you got to be happy with what's going on again. Do you? Great season, obviously, so far. See if you can get a big one against the Eagles. That's all I got for you guys in this one. Let's get into our later window games. First off with the, again, AFC matchup.
Welcome to Los Angeles. Justin Herbert and the Chargers getting set to take on Will Levis and the Titans. On 2nd down, Levis sets and then fires. Ridley, touchdown! 49 yards out. Colts kick is no good. Herbert steps inside the 5, 1st down, touchdown! 3rd down and 8. Chargers must get to the 8-yard line for a first. Herbert with time. Now he throws. End zone, touchdown! 2nd down and 7. Play action. Herbert
Herbert fires. It's complete for a first down and much more. Lad McConkey. Back. Matlock. This is Haskins over the top. The former Titan. Levis, end zone, Ridley makes the catch.
Got a new girlfriend. Nothing much to talk about here. Chargers take care of business against the Titans. Again, one of the more forgettable games of the year, but of course, they're able to again take care of business and set up a huge matchup, of course, in front of the whole country next week on Sunday Night Football. They will be facing against Joe Burrow's Bengals, of course, matchup of two 2020 quarterback draftees right there. Titans obviously fall 2-7. They're not a very good team. They showed that in this one. Basically got blown out in a lot of ways, and offensively after that first drive, really did nothing. Will Levis statistically looked pretty good. Obviously, the best game of this season so far, 18 of 23 for 175 yards. Did throw 2 touchdowns. They didn't really run the ball much, kind of abandoned it, and I did think that hurt them a little bit. Again, they were very conservative on some plays again with Will Levis there, and really struggled on third down overall. Haven't really asked with 42-yarder again. Also, garbage time touchdown as well. Outside of that, though, I mean, again, offensively, not too much going on here. The O-line didn't really block super well either. Defensively, yeah, they kind of got boat raced in some points of the game. But again, Jack Gibbons was really their only guy making any sort of plays in the open field. Mike Brown was pretty decent. Jarvis Brownlee Jr. was kind of passive in this one, but honestly, kind of worked well for him. Kenneth Murray overall wasn't terrible. They didn't get any pressure, though. Harold Landry was very inefficient in this one. Jordan Cure had a couple nice plays. He really had their only, honestly, true pressure in this one. Both Sebastian Joseph-Day and Jefferson really struggled to get off blocks. Javante Stewart, I guess, was okay, but outside of that, I mean, nothing really was going on here. Arden Key kind of didn't really look like he wanted to be out there, to be honest with you guys. Of course, Nick Folk missed a pretty bad field goal there. And that's a first down. Yeah. All right. For the Chargers, Justin Herbert, I mean, only 4 incompletions. Kind of like a whatever game from him. He just kind of got the job done. Of course, Hassan Haskins and Justin Herbert also had touchdown runs as well. Oh, yeah. No, for the Chargers. Where were we on that one? There we go. Yeah. I was going to say, Chargers off their best starts in 2018. Obviously, they won a playoff game that year, so, I mean, that's good. But obviously, outside of that, I mean, this game kind of like, again, it was kind of like not all games created equal because this was not, again, it was not this close. I'd like to say that. And again, there's plenty of 10-point games. I'd like to refer back to one in 2019 where the Cardinals and Niners played, where it was like down to the final play. But again, like a scoop and score, something like that made it a 10-point game. Again, that's not this case, and this one was actually the reverse. I mean, it was like they were blowing them out. So, I mean, that's kind of how it went. I just want to say that. Score didn't indicate anything. Dan Henley was really good, 13 tackles in the sack. They got a lot of pressure. That's what I'll say. Digger, the kicker, had 2 field goals, and yeah, it was a fun game by that defense. Team stats, Chargers continue to have the best defense in football, at least so far this year. I mean, they haven't played many good offenses, but that's what's going on. 7 sacks allowed by that Titans O-line. The Chargers did not give a lot of quick throws, but give them their props there. And obviously, overall, the Chargers get the big one. Not much really else going on in this one. Now let's get to another blowout. There's, of course, 3 in the later window.
State Farm Stadium on a beautiful 80-degree day here in Glendale as we are set for a big one between the Arizona Cardinals, first place in the NFC West. Stroud. Still no C.J. Mosley in the middle of that Jets defense. Murray, little twirl around. This is Connor. Catch and run. Connor breaking free. Gets inside the 15. He's still going. Connor. Made the initial contact. And this time they're going to waltz in with Connor. And Murray, boy, did the Jets come across prematurely. Murray! It's a Sunday stroll into the end zone. Well, you need your big guys as well to deal with this running attack. Murray feels the pocket start to money over the middle and completes to the tight end. McBride still going.
That's defense are getting exploited by Murray in this offense.
Murray lit up. My goodness. Quincy Williams
In some good football right now.
First and goal. Dortch again lines up in the backfield. Murray near side to Harrison over the shoulder.
Best they've looked the entire game.
Rodgers escapes. Rodgers football's out. Coming up on the 4-minute mark in the third quarter. Murray running and read option. Murray stutter stepping in. Touchdown. Rodgers protected. Trying to buy some time to the end zone for Corley, and it's incomplete.
You're too sweet for And the Cardinals get the blowout win over the Jets. I wouldn't say in stunning fashion, but in pretty surprising fashion, as they just absolutely pulverized the Jets with their second big blowout win at home of the year. Or actually third, because they won big last week as well. Moving to second four, they've won 4 in a row. This has been a different team the past couple weeks. But how good are they? Really don't know yet. They're on their bye week, and then they play, I think, a couple good teams. I think they're at Seattle, or they verse. I think they're at Seattle, then they're versus the Vikings, and they're versus the Seahawks. But they, nonetheless, are first place in the division, at least for this week. They secured that, obviously, there. They're, of course, 2-0 in the division as well. But 31-6 was the final score. It was a lot worse than that overall, though. The Jets, they're just, like, really bad, I guess. They got crushed. Boat race. There's really nothing they can do about it either, because they really got dominated in every single facet of the game. Offensively, didn't get in the end zone. They got the red zone a little bit, but just straight up didn't get in the end zone. And obviously, yeah, the defense kind of got destroyed too. Aaron Rodgers was not good under pressure. Again, he got sacked a lot. It just was a complete mess. Running game was also just non-existent in a lot of ways. Again, didn't really get to use it the same way they wanted to be able to. Again, and honestly, that's how you get this offense out of whack. You just straight up make them not be able to run the football. Receiving-wise, Jared Wilson, I will say, got open a little bit. But again, he got bracketed a ton. Devontae Adams was not good in this one. Breece Hall got destroyed on a lot of plays. Offensive line was awful. The Jets, offensively, they moved the ball a little bit, but it was really bad. They're also playing the Colts next week. Again, we'll see how bad that game goes. Defensively, they, again, like I said, got boat raced up front. I don't even know how many times they couldn't get off blocks. It really wasn't good overall, honestly. But I will say Sam Eguavoen, he made a couple nice plays. Quincy Williams had, again, a crazy sack. Outside of a couple of nice schemed up plays by Jeff Ulbrich, this defense was really bad. Spencer Schrader had 2 field goals for the Cardinals. Kyler Murray was uber efficient, 22 of 24, 266, and touchdown. Also ran into 2 touchdown scores, one on that shimmy for a 12-yarder, as well as James Conner getting the end zone. Again, collectively, very good running game. O-line has been really good the past couple weeks. Part of the reason they've won all these games. James Conner, 5 for 80 as a receiver. Marvin Harrison Jr., of course, also had a touchdown. Trey McBride is showing himself as, again, honestly, maybe even the top tight end, at least so far this year. All right. Defensively, though, Budda Baker continues to be one of the best safeties in the league. Garrett Williams, again, has really stepped up this year. Adrian Taylor-Demerson was pretty good as well. Outside of that, though, I mean, again, everyone else played a pretty decent game overall. Again, they've been a really good defense as well the past couple weeks. Hats off to the Cardinals there. Team stats, though, yeah, the Cardinals had over 400 yards. The Jets only 207. They dominated in basically every single facet, like I said. Again, had 3 sacks as well. Again, third down efficiency, like I said, for the Jets wasn't too bad. They were a little bit good there. But outside of that, Outgain had 11 more first downs. Pretty much just a complete blowout in this one. Yeah, Jets, you're cooking. I mean, Cardinals, keep it up. Going on your bye week, see what you guys can do after that. And now let's get to another blowout. Of course, that was basically the entire late window.
On a nice autumn afternoon, we bring you inside here in Arlington, Texas for the national game today. The Philadelphia Eagles, 2nd and 20. Here they come after him again. Overshown, got him. Oh, it's a gigantic loss. Turns way, obviously. Here we go. Bobble snap.
That is Philly's ball.
Wow. Tush push, you got to think. Butcher Stiers hurts, and he is powering across for the touchdown. Ran it in. Pushed it across, I should say. Here he's looking to the end zone. And, what a breakup. Did he catch it? Did he pick it? Oh, my goodness.
That's going to be outside leverage, and your job's to pull it out.
Zeke gets the call. Elliott, the ball pops out, and Tasheen recovers it.
You watch that turnaround, and they are rolling.
2nd and 9. The ball comes out this time. It was Parsons who forced it. And
in the middle of the field or outside.
Able to shake off the pressure. Fires to the end zone, and it's caught by Dallas. Looking around, surveying 3 or 4 times. Snaps up and fires, and it's caught for the touchdown. 6, mid-third. Come out firing to start this drive, and they're going deep. And it's caught!
Winning. It's hard to win in the NFL, and they're winning. He deserves credit.
He still has it. Hurts is going to plunge across. NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year. He's in the discussion for sure. 3rd and 9. Ball's back. Knocked out of his hands. Cowboy lineman. Football follies. Lance to Ferguson. He coughed it up. That was a football move. And the scramble by Lance. Lofts it, and he's intercepted.
3 hours locked in, and now I got my felon in my driver. Perked out, took chances.
And the Eagles, after a very frustrating quarter and a half, were able to pull away and knock off the Cowboys 34-6 in what was really a game that was never contested. But they now move 7-2 with their 5th straight win off their bye week, and they got a big game on a short week, of course, returning home against the Commanders. Cowboys, of course, lose their 4th in a row, and yeah, they're cooked. Start Trey Lance the rest of the year, Cowboys. Throw the towel in and don't get blown out by the Texans next week, of course, in the Battle of Texas, because that would be embarrassing after all this has, of course, happened. For the Eagles, though, we'll get the Cowboys later. Jalen Hurts had 2 touchdowns, ran into as well. One of them was on a QB sneak, but still, my bad, tush push. But still, got it done overall. 4 total touchdowns in the win. Kind of a quiet day there. Kenny Pickett got some action as well. But they did turn over the ball a couple times, and were not good in the red zone to begin the football game, where they should have had a lot more points than they did. This should have been like 50-6. Saquon was really good, though, not really good. He was good. 14 for 66. A.J. Brown obviously had that one bomb catch. John Dotson being their second leading receiver, with no one really else doing anything. I mean, Johnny Wilson and Dallas Goedert both got in the end zone. Well, yeah, Johnny Wilson, I think that's his first career touchdown. Zach Bond was gross, again, in a good way. Nakobe Dean, I guess, was good. I mean, I didn't really, oh, crap. Nakobe Dean didn't really do much, honestly, but yeah, he get a couple tackles there. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, 7 tackles and an interception. Nolan Williams also had a sack. Overall, this defense was, again, multiple, which is what you want to see there. But, I mean, they weren't really going up against much, so not really, again, going to credit them too much there. Cowboys, Cooper Rush. What is, honestly, I don't even want to know what that is. Let's see. Cooper Rush. I did not spell that right. Whatever, though. Let's get to his game log. I hope they put the numbers in. 2024 there. This game is his adjusted net yards per attempt. Let's go adjusted. 1.96, guys. You were better off running the ball with Zeke Elliott in this one. That's really bad. Trey Lance threw a nice interception, though. Rico Dowdle, I guess, was okay. This offense sucked, though. CeeDee Lamb did absolutely nothing for me in fantasy. DeMarvin Overshown's a beast at 11 tackles, 2 sacks, and yeah, Micah Parsons also had 2 sacks. So it'll be fun to watch this defense. Again, big takeaway from in my opinion is this defense, I think, is really good. But again, they won't really be able to do anything considering how bad this offense is. But hey, don't be shocked if they are impressive, because honestly, they played really well in this one. But of course, they got blown out. Again, kind of just threw in the white towel at the end of this one. But again, for the what is it called? The Eagles. Not the Eagles. The Cowboys. They've gotten blown out in every single home game they've had. Again, kind of like the reverse script from when they back in 2022, of course, when it started. All those winning games at home, but they've been getting blown out at home really every single game since since like week, what was it? Wildcard game last year. But yeah, the Eagles had almost 200 more yards of offense. Almost over doubled their total plays. There were 5 turnovers by the Cowboys. Obviously, it wasn't very good. But again, the Eagles also had 2. Obviously, the Cowboys defense fought, but it really didn't matter because they got blown out anyway. Yeah, nothing really much else there. Let's get to Sunday Night Football. Of course, that game was a doozy.
It's 77 degrees Sunday night in Houston, Texas. It's clear, so the roof is open at the back, 2nd and 11. It's deflected towards Gibbs, and it's intercepted. Off the deflection, Jimmy Ward has it for 2nd and goal for the Texans. Mixon was on the move. He's on his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. 2nd and 9 to Mixon in the air. Got that blocking. Mixon's on the run. With a lot of room this way to puck downfield. The pocket got very close. The end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Goff sets, throws. It is caught by St. Brown for the first down at the 37-yard line. For 52 for the win. It is good! Just inside the upright.
Guys, the Lions are the best team in football. Like, I don't care how good the Chiefs are. They were down 23-7 at half. Defensively, they stepped up huge in the second half, obviously not giving up a single point. And as well, I mean, guys, they made up for everything. I mean, Jared Goff threw 5 interceptions, and they still won. Of course, Jared Goff, first quarterback since, famous Jameis did so, way back in 2019 during his 30-for-30 season. But Lions win their 7th in a row. They, of course, will probably win next week. Of course, hosting the Jags, of course. But yeah, we'll get to the Texans in a minute. I gotta chew them up there. But yeah, Jake Bates, 2 very, very quick, close field goals. But they both went through, of course, 52-yarder win, 58-yarder as well, again, to tie the game up. Jared Goff, 50-32, 42 touchdowns. I already talked about the 5 interceptions. But the reason for those 5 interceptions, well, the main one, in my opinion, is he is one of the slowest releases I've ever seen at any quarterback. Again, Matt Ryan's got the comparable in terms of how slow the release is, and that gives D lineman the ability to time up when to bat the ball down, as well as the fact that you can just strip it again if you're lucky. But again, this is very similar to Matt Ryan. Like I said, he threw 5 interceptions, also in a win back in 2012. So there's definitely a similarity there. After that, though, I can't tell you guys the last time that the Lions have been 8-1. After that, though, I don't know where the other thing was. I'll say this. Jahmyr Gibbs was pretty good. Again, not very efficient, but pretty good overall. David Montgomery, not pretty good. Had a touchdown at least. Sam Porter had a touchdown as well as a couple big plays. Amon-Ra, again, 6 for 16 touchdown overall. I like to see him be a little bit more involved, though, throughout the game because, again, that could come up bigger in other bigger games, I guess. James Williams, 3 for 53. Again, he lost on the pick. I guess we could go. I'm not going to go through every single Jared Goff pick. Let's say this. All of them had a reason for them happening. Again, that wasn't just like, oh, my God, Jared Goff just made a terrible pass. Maybe one of them was that, but still. Defensively, Brian Branch was good, 10 tackles. Again, actually probably really good. They actually had some pretty consistent pressure towards the end of the game. Carlton Davis, obviously, 2 very good interceptions. After that, though, I mean, again, the defense gets stepped up big time. That's what they're going to do this year. They're a lot better than they were last year. Part of the reason they're this good. For the defense, for the Texans, though, again, this team should not be leading the AFC South. They've just not really been playing well enough. Now they've lost 3 out of the last 4. But I guess good for them because they're playing I don't even know who they're playing next week. Texans are playing. Oh, they're going to Dallas, so that shouldn't be too bad. C.J. Stroud, that was one of the worst interceptions I've seen all year, and he set his feet again with a wide open receiver, and then threw the ball late. It was very bizarre on that interception. I hope they go for that. But C.J. Stroud was not good at all. This team again should have won this game by all means necessary. I mean, you pick off quarterback 5 times. Like, what the heck was that? Outside of that, though, C.J. Stroud, guys, what was that? Also, I gotta give Jalen Petrie again. We're getting defense in a little bit again, but Jalen Petrie's really stepped up this year, guys. Again, on film, looked best game of his career in this one. Joe Mixon, not efficient, did score a touchdown, though. Also had a couple catches. Johnny Mechie leading him with a touchdown. Dalton Schultz also pretty good, 3 for 66. But, this Texas team, and I picked them to win the Super Bowl. They had some work to do, obviously, to do that. But, again, they're just not looking great right now. Defensively, he's out Shire 8 tackles. Jimmy Ward had 5 on an interception. Obviously, Henry 2 had 6 on an interception, as well as Kalen Block having an interception. Again, 2 picks from Kamari Lassiter before he got injured. Overall, though, for this Texans defense, again, they did a really good job again until I guess kind of the walls came in. But again, you have to score more points when you get to force down many turnovers. Connor Firmer obviously missed the game an unfortunate game-winning field goal, but. And here's the other 3, so I'm not, too mad about that. The Lions somehow still outgained the Texans. Again, the Texans offense has been really just not the same this year. That's the biggest thing I got with you guys there. 5 turnovers, 2, obviously, 7 in total this one. Most interceptions in the game since 2018. Of course, that was the Rams and Bears Sunday nighter in Week 14 of that year. But, again, the Texans offense isn't the same. The Lions is pretty good. And that's all I got for you guys here in this Week 10 NFL Sunday recap. Again, see you guys for the Monday Football recap tomorrow. I'm kind of watching it. It's not going too good for the Rams right now. But, again, see how it ends. And, obviously, again, see if the power rankings on Wednesday as well. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And again, hope you guys enjoyed your Sunday of football.
Last play, Hail Mary. Huff gets it off, gets to the end zone, and it's caught!